With introduction. So my name is Akash. I'm a Tableau consultant currently working with CG. I'm presently working as a business analyst for a FMCG client. So same way you start with your introduction, tell me about brief about your projects and what kind of work you have done. Try to
Yeah,
keep it as short as possible.
sure. So,
Yeah, please.
like overall, I have 5 years of experience, and the initial
Mm-hmm.
1.5 year I worked in the telecom and the networking domain, and later
Mm-hmm.
on I got chance to work as a data analyst in the sensor technology. So initially I started learning the tools like SQL and advanced Excel to prepare the ad hoc reports and all that thing. So I used to work with the stakeholders and the sales team. Uh, it was the operational project, operations and technology. It was a mixed combination. So I got
Understood?
the operations and the technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got good hands-on on the writing SQL queries to retrieve the relevant data for the stakeholders
Mm-hmm.
and all that thing. So
Mm-hmm.
slowly I started learning Tableau side by side,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
eventually got a chance to work on the pilot project where I had to build a Tableau from the scratch. It
Mm-hmm.
was a new project where the customer wanted to see the actual licenses that what they had purchased in past
Mm-hmm.
and how much licenses has been consumed, and if they are signing up for the deal like for the next year, or to renew their existing agreements, then
Mm-hmm.
they just wanted to figure out like how much percentage they can save or how much discount they can get from if they are signing up. So it was the basic dashboard that I had created.
Mm-hmm.
And in current project, like I'm currently working here, I am completely working on the BI development project where
Understood.
so I am writing the query based on the business requirement, like gathering the
Mm-hmm.
different data from different table, like performing multiple joins, and
Mm-hmm.
just figure out like what your output I'm getting from the SQL is matching with the stakeholders matrix or not. If it is approximately matching, or if they are okay with the final output, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
creating the view for the same
You are
SQL
creating it.
query. Yeah, to create
Okay.
the it is I'm actually here we are using the Oracle database. So I'm implementing the view into the Oracle database and
Mm-hmm.
creating the same extract into the Tableau server. And here I
Understood.
also prepare the prototype for the final dashboard, like what kind of dashboard that client want to see. So I
It's a
create
like a
it is
POC.
correct, yeah. It is for the dummy data set, like a subset of existing data. I just create like
Mm-hmm.
this. This is how your final dashboard will look like. If you want
Yeah.
any further suggestion or advice, like you want to replace any charts or
Mm-hmm.
any layouts within the dashboard, then they can suggest meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
where I in between I implement the view in Oracle. It takes some time. So once
Okay.
it is done, I create the final dashboard on the actual data, actual extracted data that I had created. And so this is the first way. Later on, they come up with the different another requirement, like let's say if I had created the view with many columns, like initially they say we need some x number of columns to be present in
Mm-hmm.
the data set, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
want to use all columns in dashboard, just keep it for
Mm-hmm.
future enhancement. So later on they come up with update the existing SQL query. They may say like to add we have to add one more table or some additional database, additional data source to
Yeah.
the existing extract. So that kind
Mm-hmm.
of enhancement also I do. And
Okay.
apart from this, I also got chance to work on SQL Server here. Like I create the what we say automation, right? Like I schedule the refresh for the
Mm-hmm.
extracts for every month based on requirement. And sometime in
Mm-hmm.
the backend, the development team updates the database. Like then I
Mm-hmm.
run the full extract if the stakeholder required. If they say
Understood.
so, in nutshell, this is what I'm doing.
Great, Akshay. So, And what domain you have worked for? Like you initially were saying you started with a uh, media and
Yeah,
telecommunication, right?
yeah.
Then after that, you have been doing projects in SQL and developing views for the client. So which domain was you working for? Like,
Uh, right. This is a great question actually. So, as my
mhm,
initially I was working in networking domain, so I had good understanding of routers, switches, firewalls, checkpoints. So the
mhm,
opportunity that I had got to work as a data analyst, it was for
mhm,
the networking products. Like the Cisco was
mhm.
our client, and they wanted
Understood.
someone who had a very basic understanding
Mhm,
of what the different products the Cisco do have, specifically for networking domain, like what are the different
mhm,
types of routers, switches they have, Cisco have. So I was kind of right fit maybe for that particular
mhm,
role. So I got that chance to work as a. So initially they put me on Excel only. So I had no technology. Initially I
mhm.
used to work on preparing the orders and back in data for the
Great.
stakeholders. So slowly I started learning SQL and Tableau.
Mhm,
So
mhm, mhm.
so eventually I am into the BI role now.
Okay. So, Akshay, if I ask you to rate yourself in Tableau and SQL, out of 10, how much you rate yourself?
8 would be the appropriate one, I think.
For SQL, for Tableau, same 8?
Yeah. For the
Okay.
SQL Tableau, I could rate 9.
Okay.
I've spent good amount of time
Understood.
with that.
Yeah. So, if you can access the chat, Akshay, I have pasted one table there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, suppose I'm joining table 1, the table which is above and the table which is below. I'm joining them. So, what are the number of outputs I will get if I join on employee ID
Mm-hmm.
for inner join, outer join, left join? Three joins. Inner,
Okay.
outer, left. Just
Okay.
only the number of outputs.
Okay.
Like 3 rows will come or 5 rows will come.
Okay. So let me do it for the inner joint. So
Mm-hmm.
one, two, three, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I am doing the inner joint, then I will get the 5 rows as output.
Mm-hmm.
If I do the left joint, like the upper table is a left, then I will get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the row from the employee. So 5, 10 rows I will get for the
All the rows.
if the left joint is
Yeah,
employee.
we are keeping the first table on the left side
Yeah,
and second table on the right side.
yeah,
So in the left join, we'll get all the matching rows and whatever left in my left table,
yeah. The upper one.
the upper one. So how many rows we will get in left join?
All the row from the left side table plus the condition matching, like the one having the two matching. So five,
Mhm.
6, 7 for number two. Say 8, 9, and for 3 is matching with the 10, like this.
Okay, 10. Okay, and what about the outer join?
In outer joint, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think around 25 combinations I mean, for outer joint.
Okay, understood. Uh, okay, so can you write a query for me? Consider the below table. I only want employee position and their total salary.
Employee position and total salary.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
write it in the chat, the SQL query.
Okay. Just a second, I will try. So you need employee position and salary
Yeah,
only.
yeah,
So
total salary.
with employee name also or only employee position?
No,
On
employee position only.
So I think it is in table 2 only. We can select employee position, comma salary from table 2.
Hmm.
because I think
But there,
nothing to do with
but
table.
there are repetitions in there now.
Yeah, manager,
So what
manager,
we'll do?
wait.
What we will
Uh-huh.
do?
So 1, 2, 3.
I want like for manager, what is my total salary?
Oh, got it, got it. So I will do the self join here, and I will apply the same. Like I will use the EMP position as the primary key, and then
No, no, Akshay.
uh-huh.
Actually, it's simply like we have two managers, so sum of salary, total salary for manager will be 50,000 plus 50 lakh, 5 lakh plus 90,000, right?
Correct, correct.
So that will be
Got it,
select.
got it, got it. I will
Yeah,
say employee position, salary, and then I'll group sum of salary, and I'll group by employee position.
okay. And can you also rank this employee position over total salary,
Over
not on salary, over
okay,
total salary.
over total salary, right? So I think I can use the directly dense rank sum of salary, comma
Hmm.
ascending, or I will define the order like ascending or descending in the same query,
Hmm.
and as rank, it will populate as
Okay.
a new column.
Can you write it in the chat box,
Yeah.
please?
Need to close this. Yeah, something like this, I think.
Okay. Uh, okay. Now I'll ask one more question on SQL. So you consider the table two.
Okay.
Okay. And only consider table two. I just want to union table two with table two itself. So just tell me like how many output rows will generate when I union table two with table two and when I do union all with table two with table two. And first of all, is it a valid scenario? Like, is union will going to happen for the table two union with table two? Is it a valid scenario?
I have not tried practically, but the data type is matching for the.
Yeah.
So union
And
will.
number of columns are also matching.
Yeah, it is
Column
matching.
names are also
Yeah.
matching.
Only the difference will be if I use the union, then whatever duplicate records present into the table, it will the output will be excluded from the duplicate record. It will not consider the duplicate records in union.
Okay.
And if I use
Okay.
the
So
union all, it will consider if any duplicate is there.
duplicates, right? Yeah. So if I do union with this table, how many rows I will get?
If okay, so we don't think the duplicate record is present here because let me check one more time. For
Yeah, yeah.
one
Please,
manager
please.
is there and three manager. One is union. Sorry, union. The second number is also not duplicate. Third, okay, and yeah, I think 10 record I will get because I don't think the
And
duplicate
what
is
about in union all?
in union or also it will consider the 10 records.
Hmm. Understood. So yeah, I'm done with the SQL. Let me assess your Tableau skill.
Mhm.
So let me start with the icebreaker question. So, um, I think you will know about like how many data connections we have in Tableau.
Yeah.
There are two types. Okay, so most probably you know about the what are extracts.
Yeah.
So can we like what are the different ways in which we can save extract in Tableau? Not in the workbook, in Tableau itself, in the file itself.
What are the different ways to save extract in Tableau itself? Like on the Tableau server you're saying or in the local file?
No,
Not
in the
local.
local file. In the local file.
So we can create the local extract for the workgroup like
Yeah,
TWEX
that
format.
no, no, no. You once you create the extract,
Mm-hmm.
then there if you go to the extract menu, there is an option to save extract in two different formats. Have you gone through that?
I'm not sure. Like I need to see.
It's okay. So there is like extract can be saved in two types: single table extract and multi-table extract.
Oh,
It's okay. So have you also work on row level security?
not really.
Okay.
Role level security in the sense like can you
Yeah.
elaborate something?
Let me make it clear for you. If low level security is something, suppose I'm a regional manager of Haryana, so when I log into Tableau server, I can only see the Haryana region. I cannot access the other state region data.
Uh-huh. I think
So have you done? Yeah.
yeah, I have not done that part. I think this can be done on the server side, like while adding up the user and giving
Mm-hmm.
them a relevant access where they can see. No, access
Understood.
unlimited. Uh, they may have limited
Okay.
access to that existing dashboard, like something like that.
Understood. So have you also gone like know about like what are the different type of filters are present in the Tableau?
Yeah,
Can you just name them and tell me like name them in the format in the order of or in their
yeah,
order of execution,
yeah.
like how they executed?
So very first at first place, it data source filter. Like if I
Hmm.
have the existing extract and I don't want to include all the fields into the dashboard, then I can simply use the data source filter where only required filters or required fields I can select. Second one is like a major and dimension filter, which can be used
Hmm.
on workbook itself in a plane.
Hmm.
And context filter is there if I'm using the multiple filters and if I want to keep the context into the plane, I can use the context filter to show the relevant data if I'm using
Hmm.
multiple filters. Then I have the what we say quick filter, and
Hmm.
in filter itself I can use it quick filter, and
Hmm.
I think that's it. In action also I can use, at the moment I'm able to recall this.
It's okay. Uh, so let me tell you. Please tell me one thing. What is the difference between context filter and cascading filter?
Cascading filter, okay. Context filter is like if I'm using the multiple filters on the plane, like for example I want to see the top 5 cells
Hmm.
and I had applied that filter on cells and using region, so region
Hmm.
wise I can see the top 5, but if I am adding the city to the workbook,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
then if that city contain one of the top 5 cells,
Hmm.
that cells will only reflect into the plane. So if I add that to the context, then I can see the top 5 for that particular city. So that is how the
So for
context works.
yeah, understood. So for showing the city level top five,
Mhm.
what would you prefer to put in context, state or city?
City will be more appropriate because
Okay,
for city I'm trying to get the top 5.
understood. So I was working on LODs. Have you get chance to work on LODs, Akshay?
Yeah, mostly
So
use
I was,
sheets.
Yeah, I was working on LODs and I was like writing this calculation, but this Tableau is giving me error. Like, can you identify what is the error in this?
Okay. Fixed date, state, city. Yeah, aggregation function is not used. Like in sales,
Okay,
at least we need to use count or sum of sales or average of sales. Something need to be defined.
understood. And okay, and can we use multiple measures in LOD calculation?
Multiple measures like sales profit, something like that.
Yeah.
Need to use what we say nested LOD within the existing. Like if I need that one.
No, no, no. But can we like write it in this like fixed date, state, city, sum of sales, comma, sum of profit? Is it a valid scenario?
Not really. I'm not used, and I think it will not work.
Okay. And have you like get a chance to work on the table calculation also in Tableau?
Yeah, like percent total and running total calculator.
Yeah. So when we go to the compute using option, it's asking me to select the level at which I want to commute the calculation.
Mm-hmm.
And is there an option to like change the lookup for the calculation? Suppose I'm taking a percentage of total.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, can we check it within pan or can we make it whole table? Is there an option there, or can we make it on a particular field basis on a basis on a based on a particular field? Is it that possible for table calculation?
Yeah, we can select the field options in upper right, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever attributes we are using into the uh, workbook or in detail.
Mm-hmm.
So we will get those options in drop down. So if we want to go with any particular field as a reference, then we can select it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. And have you also worked on the dual axis?
Yeah, that is.
So I was doing something and I'm making multiple line graphs of different, like I have a line graph of sales, I have a line graph of profit, but it only showing me axis on the left side. So is it a dual axis or is it some different axis?
Only getting access at left side
Yeah,
for both graph. Like both are combined one or separately.
yeah, the both lines are separate.
So these two are not dual axis.
Okay, these two are not dual axis.
Yeah.
So what are they? Like, do you have any idea what we call these type of axes?
Like in a single plane, I have the sales graph, and right below I have the profit graph. These two graphs are
Yeah.
separate. So I'm not able to recall the name, but
It's okay. It's called It's called combined axis.
combined.
When we use major name, major values.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can create multiple line trends using major name, major values. Remember.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, that's all from my side. Do you have like any query, any question you want to ask?
Yeah. Like I wanted to know more about the exact requirement for this position and how, if I got the chance, then how can I grow further in this? That's what I want.
Yeah, let me tell you. So basically, currently we are hiring assets for Tableau projects. Tableau projects generally involve Tableau developers to work with the client's dev team. They already have their IT team, so you will work there as a Tableau developer, and you will develop the dashboards from scratch. Um, in terms of like long-term growth, so we are not only going to keep you on Tableau, we will cross-train you with different BI technology so that you are like more, because you know the basic of BI reporting, so it will be like pretty easy for you to make a transaction into Power BI or ClickSense also, because the overall thing is similar. Like whatever you are doing in Tableau, it's same thing you have to go through with Power BI and ClickSense. But yeah, the usage of technology, the hands-on on technology might be a little different, but
Yeah.
overall life cycle is same. Second thing is like if you want to grow yourself in more, not only as a as a developer, as a technical person, you want to grow yourself with more about the business awareness and about the total architecture of a Tableau project. Then we will also train you or help you to get projects like you will work as a Tableau, no, not as a Tableau, as a business analyst or kind of like a data. At some point you might get a chance to work as a architect also. So for these kind of project you will have like more exposure to becoming more like not a developer but kind of like a consultant who will you can consult a client on the technology and tell them like this is the best approach and this is how you should deploy your project or everything should go on. And other than that, if you're interested in cloud technologies or something new or want to learn Python, R, so we also give you trainings on that. It generally not ad hoc basis, like if you ask us and we will not able to arrange it. It's like a quarterly activity. We will arrange it for multiple people and you will be enrolled in that.
Great.
Yeah. Anything else, Akshay?
Nothing, like I will wait for the feedback. And it was a pretty interactive session, so it was a great to meet you on this platform.
It was wonderful to interact with you. Let's give you like little feedbacks. Try to work on your row level security. There are two types of row level security in Tableau. One is syntax based, another is user filter. How we apply it, how it works, you should be like fluent on that. And work on your SQL. Like syntaxes, you have been working, but try to be crystal clear with joining.
Yeah.
Like when you multiple joins, when we have duplicates, how many rows, when we have nulls, did nulls come in inner join or not? Like null should join with null is work on all those scenarios. Okay. And try to explore more Tableau. That will help you a lot. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Akshay. Thank you so much, Akshay. It was nice talking to you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.